is for sure, as we have a look at the USA squad. A lot of familiar names and a few names that you won't have seen before. Barch is one of those players who's new into the squad. As we have a look at Kimberly Hill, also, as it happens, a Vakifbank Istanbul player, so clubmates with Slucis, the outside hitter from Oregon, who went to Pepperdine University, will be looking to make an impact here at these World Grand Prix finals. Two teams very much with the Olympic Games at the forefront of their thoughts, having both qualified for Rio. And an opportunity for both teams to set down a marker ahead of those games. That, though, probably at the back of their minds for this one, that's for sure, as we see Coach Karch Kirai, the legend that is Coach Karch Kirai. Three-time Olympic gold medalist, 2 on indoors, 1 on the beach. Coached the USA to the World Championships gold in 2014 in Italy. And then the World Grand Prix gold in Omaha last year. So 2 teams then out onto court as we get ready for the protocols, which will be the national anthems.
Please rise for the national anthem of Kingdom of the Netherlands.
We'll start with the Netherlands, finish with the USA. It's always a proud moment to represent your country and to have the national anthem played out in front of you. Mohican neck moment as well, isn't it? Goosebumps all round. So anthem's over, teams to the bench, and we'll have the introduction of the players very shortly. Before that, we will get to meet the referees in charge of this one today. Today. In charge is Susana Rodriguez Yadvia from Spain, and she'll be ably assisted by Mohamed Shamiri from Iran.
The second referee is Mr. Mohamed Shamiri from Iran.
So the referee's introduced. Time for the players to make their way out onto court.
Presentation of the starting players, below players, and coach. Team the Netherlands.
And we're going to start with the Netherlands.
3,
So coming out first is Yvonne Berlin. She's going through the middle. And then it will be Robin de Graaf, also through the middle today. Number 5. Number 6 is Marit Balkenstein-Gruzes. She's through the outside. Number 10 is Loneki Slucis. This is how the team line up. Slucis is through the outside. So she's the opposite player. And number 14, Laura Diekma, is setting. Number 11, Anna Bausch, is through the outside. Head coach Giovanni Guidetti hopes that this is the team that will do the job against a very tough USA squad, that's for sure.
Presentation of the starting players, libero players, and coach from the United States of America. Number 1,
onto court coming the USA. Alicia Glass gets the nod as the starting setter.
Number 5, Rachel
It'll be
Adam.
Rachel Adam, number 5, going through the middle. Started 13 of 14 of the World Championship matches back in 2004 in Italy. Number 12, Kelly Murphy, is in the opposite slot. Number 10, Jordan Larson-Burback, is through the outside. That's how the USA line up. Number 15, Kimberly Hill, is also through the outside, and it's number 16, Feluke Akinradewo, who goes through the middle. Coach Karch Kirai in charge. The libero today, Natalie Haglund, as well as Kayla Banwath. It's Haglund who will start, number 17. The liberos for the Netherlands, Kirstien Knip, number 1, and number 16, Debbie Stampillon. There's coach Karch Kirai. He's normally very calm, very quiet. He's got a very interesting coaching technique, and is really worth a listen in timeouts when he engages the players and gets them involved and gets feedback from them about what's going on and what's happening. Fascinating to listen to. So the players are ready, the referee's ready, the crowd's certainly ready, and we can get this one underway. Guidetti in his familiar pose. Just a few seconds away from the start. Has to be to the second for the broadcasters. For those of you at home, you're just about to tune in. If you have just tuned in, welcome. It's the Netherlands in orange serving, the USA in blue receiving. This is the first game from the World Grand Prix finals here in Thailand, Bangkok. Ball at the moment, just going into transition both sides, and it's a great start for the Netherlands as they make a block. Yvonne Belien coming up with the important touch, and so the Netherlands off serve at the first point. Laura Diekma to serve. It was well left by the USA. And that sends back Jordan Larson-Burback. Not Slucis, she's for the Netherlands. Number 10. Nice dig from Glass. And that's the overpass put down. Too close to the net. Two players from the USA waiting to have a swing. But in the end, it was Adam who put it down. Kelly Murphy was there just in case. Larson-Burback once again. A slide behind, an integral part of women's volleyball. And the USA were waiting for that one. Netherlands sliding into it. Ooh, that was close to a double. Nice up from Murphy. Hill with her first swing, and it's a good one. So after that initial wobble, 3 points for the USA, a 2-point lead for them. And Burback goes back again. Deep float serve. Putting pressure on the outside swing hitter of the Netherlands, and that's an unforced error, but It's actually caught the block on the way out. First glance, it looked like it hadn't caught anybody, but the referee spotted it. And so the Netherlands have the ball back. Grutis with the serve. Good up. Good up from Hill. And a hard swing from the USA. Gets the ball away. Murphy over the top of the block. Great swing from her. Adams goes back for her first serve. Pretty straightforward tactic for the USA at the moment. They are pinning the front court swing hitter for the Netherlands and trying to make it a very difficult day at the office for the swing hitters. If you've got to pass and then you've got to get out and have that hit, it's doubling your workload. Netherlands so far dealing with it. Continuation block, another chance here for the USA. The combination a little bit too close to where the blockers were waiting on that first tempo attack. Therefore they were able to get up and make the stop. And they've denied the USA again. And warning signs for the USA really. There's a couple of blocks now that the Netherlands have had. If that ball is too low, they're going to be in trouble. With nowhere to go. Netherlands have decent block height. Just a lapse in concentration from the serving line at the moment, though. A couple of gifts for the USA, letting them off the hook. Murphy goes back for her first serve. Thought Akinradua was going to go up and spike that one, as it is. Hill gets it down the front of the Netherlands block. Akinradua not really paying attention. Hill does the business. Murphy once more. This time a deep serve. No middle attack coming. And another unforced error. No, just caught the block. Sluchis for the Netherlands. Decent serve. Well, the USA had no right to win that one, did they? Jordan Larson-Burbach under pressure from the serve, gets the ball back, and that's a tame roll shot from mid-court that catches out the Netherlands. Hill. Getting a chance to have a swing from transition, and again, if they go on the high hand, this time they don't find the hands. And so it's the USA who take the point and head into the first technical timeout, leading by 3.
The other thing is they seem to be blowing it faster. They told us a little about that trend maybe for Rio. Weird time to start, but we adapt to anything.
The game starts exactly like normal, without middle blocker. So we stay in help, we stay reading, and we try to touch. Keep the hand inside.
USA! USA! Nice read, Murph.
Hill with the serve. free ball here for the USA. Said it was a free ball. That's a really good swing from Sluchis on that backcourt pipe. Certainly wasn't a free ball, was it? And that sends Anne Bausch back to serve. Pancake works. This time it's a free ball for the USA. Ekiradou on the slide behind. Too quick for the Netherlands, and a bit of a mismatch as well. Groot is unable to get up high enough to stop Akinradou. Look at that, brilliant. Right through the gap between outside blocker and middle blocker. Akinradou now serves minus her glasses, which she gave to Hageland. This is going to be a bit of a worry for the Netherlands, hasn't it? They're not able to muster any quick attack at the moment because their serving pressure is not allowing them to get the ball into the setter. And the captain with the error has a quick look to the line judge. Doesn't look too Guidetti though to call for challenge. Challenge system is working. However, I spoke too soon. There is a challenge. So they're going to challenge that either ball in out or whether it touched the block on its way past, and then it doesn't matter whether it landed in or out. Challenge system's been updated as well this season, so that actually if something happens in the rally, the coaches can call challenge there and then and stop the rally. Now that would only generally be for a couple of things. One is if the ball might have clipped the antenna, there might be a net touch or a foot fault, so the back attack or a centerline violation, and in which case the coaches could call challenge and stop the rally there and then. 2 challenges per set. Now we're looking for some touches. Can't see any from that. So the challenge overruled. That means Guidetti has 1 left in this set. If you are successful with the challenge, you get to keep it. Oh, nice blocking. It's a decent swing from Larson, however. The block was all over it. It was well sealed across the net. Robin de Cruyff. Forcing that ball behind on the slide. The Netherlands get it into transition, but again, they're unable to get the meaningful touch they need. Too many unforced errors from them at the moment. A lack of consistency which is keeping them behind. That one was Welling. Back goes the setter, Laura Diekman. 3 strong rotations this then for the Netherlands with 3 front court attackers. However, that's a lovely angle from Larson to get that one away cross court. Larson with the serve. Some might argue not the strongest first 6 for the USA. With Kelsey Robinson on the bench, along with Castello, and also the captain, Dietzen, although Dietzen is playing less of a role on court than she used to. But certainly Kelsey Robinson, the outside hitter, number 23, and number 25, Castello, the opposite. Some would argue are the preferred choices for the States. These are the first 6 players. 3 setters for the USA for this tournament. Courtney Thompson and Carly Lloyd, number 6, who at 32 years of age, is kind of just making her mark with the national team. Be interesting to see which of those three, that including Alicia Glass, Karch takes to the Olympic Games. He only has one recognised libero sorry, he's got 2 liberos, but he's gone with 3 setters. So just checking here what exactly is going on. I think there might be a slight issue with some technology. I didn't see the referee call for a challenge. It looks like they're looking at the rotation at the moment. And I think they're okay with that, and that is what Mr. Shamiri is saying. Yeah, we're okay, it's all fine, rotation's good, and we can get on with it. Glad I cleared that up. Megan Easy not here for the USA. And as that one is put down nicely, neither Nicole Fawcett or Molly Kreklow, certainly 3 previously key figures for the USA, but such is the strength in depth that Coach Kirai has. He's looking at all available options before deciding on that squad to go to Rio. Dropped just a little too quickly, didn't it, for Bellien? Murphy goes back now. There'll be a double substitution here, and a first chance for us to see what Carly Lloyd is all about. As she comes on to replace Murphy, and it's Castello who comes on to replace Alicia Glass. The double substitution that Coach Kirai loves to do, and that keeps 3 front court attackers for 9 rotations, with a setter in the back row, 4 attacking options with the backcourt pipe as well. It's great that coaches are able to do that, and Karch has built his squad around the ability to do that. The difference between the players is minimal from his first 6 really to his first 9, I guess you would call it, including the libero, maybe even 10 for that matter. So it's quite obvious as we look at that and see that Carly Lloyd's on court, and she's not just here for the ride, she's here for Karch to see what she can do. And she's capable of leading this team to success, and capable of taking the team on a successful journey in Rio. But would that mean at the expense of Courtney Thompson? Well, those 2 competing for a place. Is Alicia Glass already assured of her place? The only person that knows that is the head coach of the USA. Good lead from Hill. The Netherlands following suit and trying to pin the front court swing for the USA. That didn't quite work. Hill goes back to serve. Again, Netherlands just struggling to get a decent ball in to allow the middle option. As a result of that, it means they're having to go pipe or wide. The ball was successfully put away, so off comes Hill, and onto court for the first time comes Kelsey Robinson. Huge draw for her appearance on court from the fans. 4 substitutions now, 3 substitutions for Coach Kirai, so he has 3 substitutions left, plus 2 timeouts and 2 challenges. If he was to use all of them in a set, he would have the infamous coach's hat-trick. Very rarely done. He'd have to be unsuccessful with 2 challenges as well. And he hit the second technical. It's the USA leading by 3. The Netherlands still trying to play catch up.
And America receives 70%. So we are playing without service. Or we mistake or it's too easy. So at least because we are mistaking anyway. Pull. We have to find something.
Akinradua with the serve. 17 minutes gone already. It's flown by, hasn't it? No more technical timeouts to come, just whatever timeouts the coaches might want to employ, plus the challenges if there are any, but no challenge being put up against that effort. As the ball is hammered down from Castello. An immediate timeout called though by Guidetti for the Netherlands.
Nobody will attack diagonal with this feeling. We stay always in front. In front, then she has to change, okay? I go. Robin, come, come. Okay, bye.
It's a good spot, so keep after that. Make sure we get into the throw. We're number 11. Out of system, I like us going with 3 like we just did it. Nice knee behind it. Slide, go big. Up on the big if we get it.
USA!
Radua once again. Well, the USA look good, don't they, in this first set? There's not much that's been troubling them from what the Netherlands have put up. Net touch that time by Larsen, who admits to it straight away. Well spotted by the second ref. They have experimented the FIVB with different rulings on net touches. There was what we had before that change, which was don't touch the net. Then there was the incidental touches of the net, which were allowed, but kind of made things a little bit more confusing, and now it's gone back to the old rule of just don't touch the net, which makes it a lot easier. However, there is one part of the body that can touch the net, and it isn't a fault. And if you know what it is, good for you. If you don't, I'll tell you in a little bit. More likely to happen in women's volleyball than men's. Well left by Guidetti's players. Knips on court, the libero for the Netherlands. Both teams mixing up their liberos. Sometimes you have a service receive libero and a defensive libero. Although for my money, and maybe there's other of you watching who are coaches, if you've got 2 liberos, they should be pretty good at both. And not only that, but you're going to have a passing libero who's then going to have to defend if the ball goes into transition. So really you want both of them to be equally good, surely, at both skills, as that ball is hoisted high. Netherlands now with free ball, which begs the question why Knipp didn't volley that in and put more time pressure on the other team. So often the ball is underhand passed in, but it just gives time to set up. However, Netherlands hammering that one away. And so it's timeout now called by the USA.
Celeste, still little too much.
Low will help out on some of those take rolls. After this side out. Throw 1, slide go. They will order back 2, but again, probably not set that, so we're worried about those 2 pins.
USA!
Oh, you know what?
Quick ball in position 4. Inside. And you stay long. Let's go!
Well, it's always fascinating, isn't it, to listen to what the coaches have to say. Sometimes it's just, let's go, you can do this. Sometimes they don't need to say anything because they didn't call the timeout, which is always a good thing. There's no point talking just for the sake of it. That's left to the commentators. Larsen finds the deep corner. Well, the USA will be pretty happy with the way the first set's gone. Head coach Garai's made 3 changes, hasn't affected the momentum of the team, and now Diekma comes back in for the Netherlands. I think Stoltenberg's time on court, the setter comes to an end. Celeste back with a good swing from the substitute. Bausch is back in, and off goes Myrte Scoot, who is down as a libero, but is wearing the player's jersey for a player who can serve and hit if necessary, but she's on primarily to serve and play back court. It's a decent dig from Hagland. Got a decent block from the Netherlands. Hagland gets dug. Bausch gets dug, but then makes the block to deny Murphy. So a good passage of play from the Netherlands, right back into it now at 19 all. Momentum with the USA if they can get the side out, which they do, this time from the A quick. That goes off. Oh dear, not a great hit from Bausch. Failed to connect with that one properly. It kind of highlights the way that the Netherlands have played this match. They've been good at times, but their inconsistencies, their unforced errors are going to be the difference between the two teams come the end of this set, and it's what's going to see the USA over the line more than likely. The team are able to find a winning shot at the moment, and Suchi's unable to get that one past the block. Hill doing the business, and the USA reassert themselves. Guidetti calls timeout.
Bye. Anticipate your answer in the quick ball. For your jump, your arms in the air. That's what you don't need power. Anticipate your arms and leg. Maximum power with the side out. Go!
The ball that went between you and that.
This pricing one?
Yeah.
I shifted, right?
Okay, finish your leg. USA!
Tickets for this tournament sold out within an hour. And the fans now beginning to fill in. But obviously, the home fans desperate to watch Thailand play. And it's filling up nicely as they're watching for them what is the warm-up act. 2 matches being played every day, and then on the final day we'll have 3 matches as we will have classification 5-6, then 3-4 and 1-2. Adams with the serve for the USA. They only need 2 more points to get this set done. Oh, that's a good pickup. Really good cover from Knit. However, Bausch doesn't find block out. Guidetti has 1 challenge left and he's going to use it. Why not? Because if he does, if it's unsuccessful, it's still set point. If it is successful, well, they're still in with a shout. At least for the time being. Looking to see whether that ball touched the block. Does look a little bit grainy, and I apologise for that on behalf of the replay system, but the cameras are designed to provide a really high resolution, but because they're so small, they have to also provide a pretty small picture, so then when it gets blown up for broadcast it looks a little bit grainy and blocky. But for the team that are watching all those cameras, it's perfectly clear to them whether there is a touch or not. It's because of the frame rate that it has to be able to achieve. And an unforced error from the USA keeps the Netherlands in it, and the first set point is saved. And the second set point is saved. Confusion between Hagland and Larsen. Better ball in this time, and the be quick, good enough. Huamark puts the ball down. The USA take the first set, 25-21. They lead by 1-0. Confirmation of the set score. Just under half an hour to get the job done. All in all, the USA will be pretty pleased with the way that it's gone.
Go, okay? Also quick volleyball. Ourselves, when we push little bit, there's problem. But we cannot start after 16 to make the first good serve. Little confident in that, okay? Block and deep and just begin the position. This ball, if you stay like yesterday we try, you stay. It's not an attack. You attack like this, okay?
Discipline blocking throughout the rally. I thought the last time you got in, you were in good spots out of the system. Just make sure throughout the rally we're being disciplined about being in good spots. The first ball we're abusing, and we're getting a little sloppy as the rally goes on. Then the third thing, I said it, but just on all these minutes.
Block out, it's very important, okay? Just make stable. Don't worry about mistakes in attack. Yeah. Don't worry about mistakes. Die.
And that was Guilford Coutinho, the Cuban, one of the assistant coaches, just having a chat with the Netherlands team, talking to them about block out, taking the block on, not to be afraid. But certainly the cause for concern for the Netherlands will be their error count, missed serves, missed opportunities. No changes for the Netherlands, back to as they get ready for the second set. And the USA go back to their starting six. Murphy's in, Glass is in. It'll be Larson with the serve to get set two underway. Block from Huamark. She moved late to the party but got a meaningful touch. Nice up from Hagland. And that will not come back. Hill with the final touch. Just too hot for the captain for the Netherlands to handle. Alec Groot is unable to keep it in play. Larson serves again. Murphy was helping out in the middle, had to move across Lafbury to get outside. Wasn't able to finish her block. And it's Bausch who puts that one away. Brilliant serve from Yvonne Bellien. She plays volleyball for Piacenza in Italy. It's another top serve. didn't like that at all, did she? I don't think Coach Kirai would like that either. Three in a row for the Netherlands. A worry for the USA. They'll be a team that pride themselves on their passing ability, but they are struggling here. Still more trouble. Free ball for the Netherlands. 5-1 for the team in orange, and there'll be a timeout coming here for the USA. And a wake-up call for the passing unit.
That we believe. The first set.
Maybe we can get a swing out of it. So we have some of those plays where it's been open over. If at all possible, I'd like somebody to hit that and not have to put it over and make it.
It's amazing how things can turn around. The timeout getting the USA back on track. 2 quick points for them and 2 behind. Seems like no bother at all, does it, as Adams goes back to serve again. Very tall lineup for the USA at the net, able to slow the ball down. Although Murphy unable to get a good connection with that one. Didn't give herself a great deal of room to come in and attack the ball. It looked like a bit of a mishit. Interesting serving technique from Miss Sluchis as she goes up her left arm, comes down and away behind her, and it rotates her whole body. Just wonder whether that makes a difference with the way that she attacks the ball. Certainly it means she's unable to put any real speed into that serve, and if she's turning around like that, she's hitting around the ball as well, which could have an impact on the quality of the serve, as there's no trouble with the quality of that spike from Aki Maduro. Really good swing to the line, wasn't it? Murphy. Too much on that one. Well, the players have trained here. They've had 1 session a day, but it's very different training in a hall with nobody in it to a hall slowly filling up, and certainly when they play Thailand will be packed to the rafters. Will make the ball fly differently. The view is very different as well than what you're looking at, and the reference points. Really good play from Glass to find that ball into the corner. Not so good from the Netherlands though, letting it hit the floor. Hill. And Bausch is under pressure. She's the player they're going after now. They're actually shying away from the front court swing. They're just going after number 11 and Bausch. USA are on level terms. Well, the USA thought that was a timeout coming. In fact, it's a challenge from Guidetti as to whether or not that ball caught the block. Oh, as we might want to put it into inverted commas, quasi timeout. He's getting a delay, stopping the USA from continuing that momentum they built up. So whilst the challenge is a very useful tool, it has become very useful for coaches as well. Ooh, that looked like it caught the finger. So it was an inspired call from Guidetti. That means the score will go back, it'll be 8-6. When we hit the technical timeout as a result of that.
Over the referee from Italy in your Prix. They don't let us this kind of mistake, and they're very good this kind of protection. You play with the blocker. Come and go. Like 31, they're not care about their at all. Especially when the reception is 3.
All that way. Robin de Kruijff ready for the serve for the Netherlands. Leading by 2 at the moment, trailing by a set to love. Hopkins really struggling, isn't she, at the moment? Maybe it's a case of magic ends, and we have the hooters gone, so there was a challenge, and we may have the wrong server. Should have been number 6, not number 5. So we've got a rotational error here for the Netherlands. Now that's going to be interesting as to whether or not that's going to affect the points. And I get the feeling this might be because I can understand it, and I think what may have happened is because we just had a 7-all, and then we had a challenge which turned things to 8-6, then the Netherlands would have rotated. They've gone off court to come back on, and it may be that the table hasn't caught up. That is my first thought. I can't remember, those of you that are watching may well remember who was serving at the time the challenge came in, if it was the USA or if it was the Netherlands. If it was the Netherlands, then they would carry on, they wouldn't have rotated. If it was the USA, it means the Netherlands would rotate.
Number 5 has to serve.
And I think the Netherlands are trying to say here that it should be number 5. They're getting a time delay. Well, those of you who are watching perhaps on the live stream, you might be able to go back and have a look to see who was serving at the point where we had the challenge, because unfortunately I can't remember. So confusion at the moment, because if it should be number 6 serving, then she needs to be back at position 1. They need to go back 1 rotation, because currently Balkestein is at, well, she's at position 4. Or in fact, number 11, wouldn't it? Not number 6, because the second referee showed the fist and the 1, so that's 11. So my apologies for that. If he had shown 5 and 1, then it would have been 6. So it's number 11 who he said should have been serving, which was Anne Bausch, and we did see her serve. She has had a serving run, so she must have been the player serving then when the challenge came, in which case there was no rotation, and the Netherlands should not have rotated. That's certainly what the scoring table is saying. So the question is the scoring table right? It's all a bit just kind of the the trouble you have, isn't it, to a degree. I've seen it happen with the beach volleyball as well, when the challengers come in and at that point where the score goes forward. So then, because it's technology, when the score changes and you input that, then the rotation and those things all catch up with it and move with it. So then when you alter it back, you'd hope that it would change back. Perhaps that doesn't quite happen, and that's what's being done here. So the control table just checking. It should be number 5 to serve. So they are going to play a let then. So that was a case of the rotation not catching up as it should have done and going around. So we are back to normal. Larson looking for that side out. Not getting it just yet. Good up from Hagland. Free ball. No, it won't come over. Hill goes after it. Larson unsure whether to go after it or not. And it's the Netherlands who prosper from that delay. Just can't quite get their body positions as they need them at the moment, the Netherlands. There's a couple of opportunities they've had to keep the ball alive, but going more like a baseball style defense or swing and not a golf swing. And that means one shoulder under the other. You can see the shoulder not quite under the other, too much of the arms coming around the ball and unable to contain it. Top swing right at Murphy. Not sure she knew much about it, but was in the right position. That time, no, she wasn't. Just crept in. And the Netherlands able to find the angle, cutting that one right onto the tee, the 3-meter line and sideline. Coach Kirai not bothered yet. Adams came in late for that one, but clever play. That's what you want. You want clever middle blockers that can see the situation open up in front of them. She didn't just try and belt that one. Played it sensibly and got the point as a result. Glass now with the serve for the USA. Good. Well, I'm not sure that Sluchis was ready for that one, and I'm just wondering why on earth the libero decided to try and reverse dig that ball out wide instead of playing it the way she was facing and keeping it simple. Sluchis goes off for her error. Peterson comes in. Glass serves once again. And some big swings coming in from the Netherlands. USA getting themselves in the right place. Unfortunately for them, though, no one able to get the second touch. Hill did well not to have that hitter in the face. Grutis with the serve for the Netherlands. Captain's been a little bit quiet in this match. She won't be quiet now, though, will she? With the ace serve, courtesy of the net. Netherlands restoring their 2-point advantage. dealt with by Knip, but that's a little too tight to the net. In fact, it's hit the net, hit the post. Well, on both sides, players still struggling to get their bearings, really, as to where the ball needs to go and where they are in relation to the court. Larson. Good touch by Hill, slowing that ball down. Equally good touch from the Netherlands. And the throw, well, that's a bit harsh. The backspin middle attack works. Belly in, doing the business. She gets to serve. Chance for Peterson, as he swung on that too early, and her hand had come almost to a standstill by the time she touched the ball, which is why it didn't go anywhere. Dig from Glass. And a good dig from Knip. Free ball now. Glass comes running in. 3 front court attackers to choose from. Cross Larson on the pipe. And it's Murphy who gets the swing away into the far corner. That time the Netherlands block was split. The USA isolating as opposed to overloading with that transition play. Adams with the serve. Top dig from Adams, but not at the second time of asking. The ball overpassed, and Peterson dropping the hammer to put the Netherlands back in front. It was a great dig, wasn't it? But there was no one in there to stop that one. Lorna Diekma's gone off, and on comes Femke Stoltenberg. Like for like, setter for setter. That was a good overload. And Hill getting a free swing. Double sub for the States. Glass off, Lowe on. Murphy off, Lloyd on. Lloyd, he plays for Hala Volley. And went to UCL Berkeley. Does a good job with the serve. Ball into transition. She'll get to go again. That's a lovely turn to the line from Hill. Too much on that. We've seen that a couple of times now. That ball just seems to catch the riser as it goes over the net and then carries on way out. Interesting. I love this lineup from the USA. So not your traditional stack, but all 3 front court swing hitters are on the left-hand side of court, whereas normally you'd see Hill over here on the right-hand side with Lloyd penetrating from around behind here. They're all stacked over on the other side, so it means there's going to be this left to right attack. Hill outside. Akin Radewu, and look at that. Caster Lowe has just run all the way round the back, trying to get out of the picture to come in on an attack through 2. We hit the technical timeout, USA in front. Interesting little change up. So Karch has been working on that as he talks to Lloyd about that particular stack. In the past, we've seen them all come in front with Hill just going outside, Akin Radewu coming on the C, and then Low coming all the way round, or Robinson all the way round to hit the ball at 2. But all of that happening in front of the passers. That time we saw the ball going, and we saw Low come all the way around the back. Watch out for that again.
I ball 5-6, we have to give, not 3 meters outside.
Hill with the serve. And the Netherlands getting their backcourt pipe working. A closer second set, but the USA still smiling, still happy, still feel they're in control as Kelsey Robinson comes onto court for Hill. Better passer than Hill. At least in Coach Girai's eyes, it's not my opinion. I don't have one. Radiwo for the USA. So far so good for the Netherlands. They keep siding out, which means they're in touching distance, but this time no, there's no way through. That was a wonderful block. Celeste Plack put down 3 blockers going up. Not often you see that in the women's game, 3 blockers going out the court. Mostly you'll see that in the men's game. Excellent work from USA. Netherlands calling that timeout.
Double ball we have to push. Double ball we put more confident. Can win 3 meters, 4 meters, 5 on the net. Take some lead. Let's go.
Hey, let's go, Blue. USA! USA!
As you can see why the USA were smiling even though they were behind in the set. Even when they were level in the set, they're now up in the set as we enter the business end of the set. Ekin Radiwo to serve. Important this one goes in, really. Put that pressure and keep that pressure on the Netherlands. And that first job's done. It's going to be an off ball here as well. Oh, brilliant. Well, the Netherlands doing the right thing. They put it on to Lloyd, the setter. And she popped it up into the middle, but no one could stop Castello from hammering it away through 2. Scoot comes in, and off goes Bausch. Mertis Scoot, who's a libero normally, coming in to bolster the passing unit. Or maybe not. That was a wicked serve from Ekin Radiwo, dropping very quickly in front of Scoot, and it's the Netherlands who scoop off court for another timeout.
Communication, okay? Red ball, just 2 options, attack the strong, go deep. There is no...
Well, that's how the points have gone from the USA. It was point for point pretty much, and then from 17, 3 in a row from serve has turned the game, and this set back in favour of the USA. It may have been going long. Didn't get a call, didn't get any help. And it's Balkenstein who's put down a massive block from Castello. Low from UCLA. Nice for Ventura volley. Well, Almost error from the Netherlands. Well, it's going terribly wrong, isn't it, in this second set for them? This time, the Netherlands let it go, which was the right thing to do. So they have the serve back. Stoltenberg will be going back to the serving line. Not the best of serves, especially when backspin's put on it. However, blocking is holding fast for the Netherlands, but net touch from the middle blocker, Bellien. So the ball back to the USA, the double substitution reverse. The Glass goes back to serve, Murphy comes on. Another 3 rotations of 3 front court attackers to get us up to the 9 that the USA will have had. Well, I don't think they're going to get to 9. They only need 2 more points to take this set. Larson drills it into the block and out of play. Set point now for the defending champions of this World Grand Prix. Not much Guidetti can do. But he knows the issues aren't really with what the USA are doing, more about how the Netherlands are dealing with it and not taking their own opportunities to score points and making silly errors. Good dig from Robinson. Larson with the swing for the set, and she's going to get it done. A little cheeky roll shot down in front of Grutis. When the USA take the second set, they lead by 2 sets to nothing. Not the best of starts to the second set, was it, for the USA, going down 5-1, but they turned it around beautifully to take it 25-17 after taking the first set 25-21 and are now just 1 set away from the perfect start as we have a look at the highlights from the match. Confirmation of those set scores for you. The time's been rounded down from that first set, which said 27 minutes, down to 25. 25-21, 25-17. USA will be hoping to get away with a clean sweep. They don't want to spend any more time on court than they have to.
Just a reminder, serving orders 4, then 11, so they're about the same, so if you get next to each other, just attack that, and then the lead row is next. But again, just a good serve is good. Don't feel like you got to pinpoint that person. Get on it to the flat. Second layer, most of it's dropped right now. We were really disciplined throughout the rallies. That serving run, we went on it. We practiced. We're used to that. So just keep doing what we're doing again.
starting 6. Change for the Netherlands. Pack is on number 4. And so too is the second setter. Number 2, Femke Stoltenberg, is going to start ahead of Laura Diekma. It's the captain, Grutis, number 6, who makes way for Celeste Plack. Away we go with the third set. Netherlands with the serve, trailing 2-0. Larson having to go with a non-dominant hand to keep that one in play. Good up from Hill. Oh, nice quick ball out. And a really good dig from Plack. Lovely hands though from Glass to get that ball behind, and then as the ball is put out to Larson, she gets block out this time. USA have the opening point. Judges called that in. Which goes against what Pedersen thought. USA have the point. USA using their middles very well, but that's all down to the ability of the passers to get that ball in and allow Glass to go with those quick attacks. In with the serve. Good swing. Slucci's with a really good swing through position 2. No one taking away that power angle cross court. Hill bounces back for the USA. Slucci's once again, she's hot at the moment. Stoltenberg keen to get the ball to her. What a serve that was. Miles in. Completely left by the USA. Larson won't want to see that again. Highest tips I think I've ever seen from Plack. Punished by the USA. Akinradiwo bringing the scores level. USA's defence a little too far back as that ball comes off the block. Nobody in a neutral position to go chase after this one. Glass acting as middle blocker unsuccessfully. Not touching the ball or the net. The USA unable to get far enough across the net to send that ball down in time. So we hit the technical timeout as we were in set 2. Netherlands leading 8-6.
We are touching and playing good, okay? Attention. We don't jump but we stay for the second one. Everybody, we don't jump but we stay. And we try to keep it one ball.
Jamie, after this side out. They're going to be in row 6. Like go Vic. Just in general, it seems like they're streaking a lot of sets in number 10. So just make sure we're ready for that. Right side blockers up on the Vic.
Just about doing enough. Didn't look like the best of sets from Alicia Glass. However, the USA come up with the point. Black not moving quickly enough to stop that one from hitting the floor. A big arm swing, it was all in the same rhythm as she took off, and the block were alive to it. And for Judith Peterson, the opposite player for the Netherlands, there was nowhere to go with that one. What was looking like a promising opening in this third set for the Netherlands has been quickly swallowed up. Although that's a rare unforced error from Larson and from the USA. Banks it back. Back to 2 in front again. Radaway settles the ship for the USA. Larson with the serve. Stop that swing from Sluchis. Larson. Complete miss hit from Murphy. Coach Kajkarai calls the timeout for the United States.
Keep it at 5 feet off. You can get our middles going anyway from there. After this. Look to it again. I think it's advantage. We can send quite a bit. So again, if they run a gap, middles are going to stay neutral. Make sure we're in good spots on there. USA!
USA keen to get their middle running as much as possible, even if, as the coach said, they're 5 feet off the net. That shouldn't preclude them from being able to go quickly and put that pressure back on the Netherlands. And that's exactly what they've done with the very next point. Adams hit that from just in front of the 3-metre line. Glass set it from just in front of the 3-metre line. And the ball put away beautifully into the corner. Adams goes back to service. She's able to back it up. Certainly is. Slucci, who's taking the game to the USA at the moment for the Netherlands. He's doing it very well. Hill just got across the net too early, brought it down with her. Turning that back into the block, did well to recover, but Slucci's again on fire. A big lead for the Netherlands at this point in a set. They've not had that before. Bellion. Slucci's helping out on the block, nobody covering behind her. Double substitution coming for the USA. Low for Glass. Lloyd for Murphy. Excellent blocking from the USA. Kimadao works so hard to get laterally across the net and shut down those spaces. Good up from Hagland. Didn't look like she was going to get it. That's got to come over now as it went off 2 players. Ooh, doesn't come back though. Slucci's way across the net. Hill put down. The Netherlands getting themselves off the hook. Slucci's it is to serve. There's a gift for the USA. Taken. It's a brilliant serve. low, flat, with pace. And the USA lead the second technical timeout, 16-15. Chance for the USA to increase their lead. It's a lovely set behind. The Netherlands were wise to that. Well, that net touch doesn't count because it's the hair of the player. The other issue is whether or not the ball, there was a centre-line violation, but it has to be the whole foot over the line. Certainly a hand down doesn't matter, and it's all moot because the USA take the point anyway. And they have opened up a 2-point lead. Going a little too early. Now, 9 times out of 10, the ball that's hit into the net when the block is there generally touches the block. However, the Netherlands are not going to challenge it. Alkenstein comes back in. Flag goes off. Can the captain turn it around? Somewhat by that poor serve. Kimberly Hill, so she goes off not because of the serve, but because that's generally what happens after her serving run anyway. Robinson comes in to shore up a passing unit and the defence. Alkenstein with that serve backspin. Good out. Sluchis doesn't have the opportunity to have a swing. Akinradiwo with a ball that was slightly behind her as she was slightly close to the net, able to just tip it over. Netherlands call the timeout.
All position, inside the 3 meters. Take the tip, inside the 3. All position. Go. Let's go. Inside.
Akinradiwo. Good up. Cast low. Certainly didn't hit that one low, did she? Turns it to the line, no one able to stop it. Could have put money on that ball going to the quick option, because it was a decent ball in. I'm going to say not gambling enough to try and stop that one. So De Cruyff it is who goes back to serve. again. Fires the ball away. Well done, off you get. Replaced by Glass. Lloyd replaced by Murphy. Good lead by Knip. Ball was lost. Great rescue by the Netherlands, and Slucci's then putting it away. Certainly not over just yet. Stoltenberg with the serve. Larson thinks there's a touch. There's going to be a challenge. Is there? No, just the timeout. The Netherlands get themselves back to within a point.
The eye ball, sometimes not attacking the ball too much diagonal. Pay attention about it, okay? Keep breathing, keep breathing, keep breathing.
Stoltenberg once more. Free ball for the USA. Guidetti wanted someone to swing on that. And the opportunity is lost. All the hard work for nothing. And the USA now just 3 points away from taking the match.
Correct? In this kind of transition mode. Set is terrible, I don't care. You try a risk. And this again a good touch, we don't even fall down. Not that we don't think, we don't even fall down.
Come on, come on!
Ball in from Knip. That's more like it. Peterson puts it away. It's all about the USA's ability just to hold their side out here. If they can keep siding out, they could side out for the match. Well, somehow that one goes down. Just the roll shot from Murphy, but Peterson late to get to it. Dribble touch. Glass. Adams trying to put that ball on a plate for her, so just popping it up to target one, which is high to the middle around the 3-meter line. Guidetti looks on, his team have a chance. Oh, they've got a better chance now. Haglund Tries to get it to Hill. Good play from Hill to get that one into transition again. Oh, brilliant up. Murphy, though, puts it away, and the USA now have match point, despite the brave effort of the Netherlands in that rally. No way through at the moment. And still not. Haglund with a wonderful dig. Third time lucky. Sluchis hammers it down, and match point is saved. But as was mentioned, the Netherlands know that they have to get themselves a point from serve, because the USA have hung in there and they've opened up this opportunity to win from side out. Laura Diekma comes back in. She's been on the bench for the last half of this set to serve. And it just wasn't tough enough. The slide behind is good enough. The USA take the match 3-0. 25-23 in the third set. After taking the opening two, 25-21, 25-17. A good day at the office for the USA. Coach Kachkarai able to use his substitutions. Not such a good day for Guidetti, who had to make substitutions to try and turn things around, but it didn't work for him. Back to the drawing board for the 2007 champions. And it's off to the perfect start for the defending champions. Confirmation of the score for you. 25-21, 17 and 23, 3-0 for the USA. And that's exactly the result that they would have wanted. Alicia Glass, the setter for the USA, is down on court, ready to have a chat to us and can tell us and give us her thoughts on how the match went. And we are ready to talk to her now.
Congratulations for the match. How important was the win for you and your team?
I think any match is important, just as important as any other, and this was a big one to come out strong in finals week. We've had a week off in a couple days, so it's been a long time since we competed, and they're a strong team, bring a lot of energy, so I think it was really important for us to come out good today.
What was the highlight of the game for you?
I think there's long rallies. I think they're a good defensive team. We're playing the best defense we can, and so it's going back and forth, and it's getting loud and getting excited, and I think we wouldn't want it any other way.
Thank you. Thank you.
So first game here in Bangkok, the USA getting the job done in straight sets over the Netherlands. We hope you enjoyed the volleyball. Here are the match statistics. I'll leave you with those. It's time for me to say goodbye.